Friday calendar. Yes. Is a planner TW2. Start and end time. The skill start time is now. I'm sorry. Let me create it from insurance notes. I did some mistake. I may name it as UP1 under this plant. This is the category and create. Okay. The Friday calendar is US planner. Let me take from my previous data. It's good to instead of okay. Okay, time is no PPS available. Yes. Okay. These are all the fields will get paid automatically. No need to worry about this. Business storage and maintenance assembly. Okay. I'm going to create the definition. Yeah, I already created the definition. I'm using this same thing one. Come back. Okay. Capacity variant. Assembly. Variant one. Okay, valid from. Go to the buckets. Resource valid from today's there is two. Here I'm getting for 1 year. Work test according to Friday calendar. Yeah, I'd like to go 100%. We can make it as a bucket resident. We can 120. Can put like that. No issues on this. Quantitative give the resource name. Uh, def. What's your name? Okay. If you have this one, submit to it. There's some issue in the system. That's why it's not going to get. No issues. Yeah. Let me start about the resource master data. To create a resource master data, just go to this folder resource. Otherwise, we can go with the T code as /SAP APO /resource one RES one. Give the name and give it name user location. This resource is available in the production plant. That's why I given it the production plant name. Resource category. What is the resource category? It's for production purpose. So simply select the production planning version 000. Create. This what single mixer, multi mixer production lines, vehicle transportation. These all are used at the time of in the PPDS and the TPVS. But here the most important field for us is the bucket. Before going, click on the bucket dimension. Here I am taking as time. Factory calendar. Why? Because it works on the time basis. So I'm taking as a time. Here I'm taking as a US. You can take any factory calendar. It depends. This is for time. I'm taking here the US. Give the planner a name. Anything is not necessary for. Sorry, you can give any name. No issues. Bucket periodicity. So bucket capacity. 8 hours per every day. 8 hours. Number of periods means per day. Okay. You see here per day 8 hours. The bucket capacity 8 hours. If you see here, we have minutes, days, hours, milliseconds. Like this we have. Here I'm setting here 8 hours. Number of periods 1 day. No period reference. No period. That's day. Okay. Bucket utility rate. If you want to give, you can give. Likewise, no need to issue the active variant. Just give the it as 1. Otherwise, give it as a 000. Or activities. I am giving 01. Okay. Just select cross period activity. And if overall perspective, if you want to maintain to give, you can give minimum load, you can give, you can give. But that is all not necessary. In short description, I mean, name it as assembly. Okay. Planning version not found is telling like that. Okay. Which means the planning version is not found. Okay. So because okay, that's why I have to take the version not found. It's not in the active version. It will be not issue. Okay. Then next, once we created the basic settings, then we had to create the machines. We just create the resource overview. We just create the resource outline. Okay. Per day, it has to work for 8 hours. The capacity of the resource is so and so 100 capacity. Now, here I am going to create a definition. Definitions means inside the resource, I am putting the machines. Okay. I just give the outer line of the resources. Now I'm going to give the actual work. Quantity rates. Just give the name. Give any name. Here I'm giving the name as Z. Valid to from present to valid to one. Give the planner name. Number of periods per day. Bucket capacity. Give it as any what which how many hours would you like to run? You can give it 8 hours. What is the penalty cost? Yes. Here what I'm doing, here I am giving the what's the from where from when to when machine has to work. I am giving the validity is a complete end of the just infinity. Planner name, number of period, number of that means what is the capacity, what's the capacity of the machine, particular machine, and penalty cost. This penalty cost will helpful at the time of optimizer. At the time of optimizer, I will discuss about this penalty cost issue. Okay, save it. And similarly, I'm going to create for another one also. Z2 planner number of periods. Day bucket capacity. Here, 10 hours. Units. Hour. Penalty cost. Save it. Okay. Here I am what I did. Here I create a machine name. Machine. And I'm give the capacity of that machine and the validity of that machine. And the penalty cost. Once I done with these things, now click on enter for this machine. From today's date to under this resource, this machine has to work this many days. Here I'm being selecting the machine. What is my machine here? Selecting, I'm selecting the first machine, Z1, Z. Okay, it means for this resource, this is the resource, this is my resource. Under this, I am using this machine for 1 year. Just click, it will take this. Okay, enter. And if you want to add another, okay, capacity variant 1. Like that, I'm taking for second machine also. This also for set to 1 year. My second machine name is 2. Okay. Like this, we can create the. I'm sorry. Here I had just 2. I'm sorry. Capacity variant 2 from. Yeah. Okay. This is about what I did for my resource. These machines I am going to use. These machines work for 1 year. Okay. If I give a 100%, it will consume the 100%. So this range is there. So utilization range. Okay. Like that we can take. save it, save it. Just come back. Data is get saved, and next thing is assign to model. So I'm sorry. Just select this thing. Okay. Just select this. Assign to model. Assign. Is created. Okay. This is done. See, it is better to run the consistency check. For resource, we had run the consistency check here itself. On just click on the tools, live catch log. I'm sorry, tools, live catch check. This is a resource planning. Must check the live existence in LC. Execute. Yes, everything is clean. No issues. Okay. This is about the resource master data. The next is PPM PDS. Yeah. Let me come to the point of the PPM PDS, which means that here PPM PDS. Let me give you some small description of PPM PDS. Yes. Come to the PPM and PDS master data. In ECC, PPM PDS we can term it as a BOM plus routing. These BOM and routing. First of all, discuss about the BOM. Here the BOM is with this component 1 and component 2. We are getting automatic screwdriver. That means with handle as a component 1, motor as a component 2. Finally, finished product we get as a automatic screwdriver. This complete thing we can term as a bill of material, BOM. And under this plant, using these components with this resource, this plant is going to produce the finished product. This process, that means how we are going to generate the finished product, is called routing. This complete combination, this bill of material plus routing complete combination, you can term it as a PPM or PDS. Okay. Come to the point of configuration part. PPM, PDS, both are same. Functionality wise, both are same. But why you are calling it as PPM or PDS? The main thing is the old versions. Now the version is 7, SCM 7. Before that version, so we are using PPM. We don't have PDS. We are using PPM. But from 7 version onwards, so we are using PDS. What is the main difference between PPM and PDS is that in PPM, if ECC system is there or not, if ECC system is available, you get the data, get the bill of material plus routing directly from ECC to APU as a PPM. Or if ECC system is not there, any other legacy system is there, non-RT system is there. With the system also, APU will get the BOM plus routing data as a PPM. Due to this, what happened? Due to this, because of the non-SAP systems, which means that PPM will work for both R3 system or non-R3 systems, non-R3 legacy system, which is not SAP related. If the data is getting from the non-R3 system, whatever the fields available in the PPM, that will get affected, that will get impacted. Due to this, we are not. Due to this, more issues, more number of issues will raise due to this non-legacy system interaction for the PPM. To avoid such scenarios, SAP will confirm that, declare that to use the APO to use for the use of the bill of material in APO, you must and should connect with the ECC system. And instead of PPM, you have to use PDS. This PDS also is getting from the ECC to APO only. No, it is no need to create it directly in the APO also, which means that PPM we can create previously that means in the older versions before 7.0 version. PPM you can with the help of PPM you can create the master data in APO, and similarly you get it from the non-SAP systems, non-SAP RP systems, and from RP systems also. With this, there is a configuration get changes in the APO system. Due to that reason, SAP declared that we should use the ECC system to get the bill of material and routing from bill of material and routing. And in APO, you can term it as a PDS instead of PPM. And we can create the PDS directly in APO. We should only get it from the ECC to ECC through SIF as bomb press routing. Okay. Due to this reason, we have different names as PPM or PDS. PPM is using used in the older versions. In the PPM, we can create manually. You can create the master data manually in APO, and similarly you get it from the ECC to APO. But in PDS, we should not create it in. There is no option to create in the APO. We should get it from ECC only through STIP. But functional device both are same. Functional device, technical device both are same. That's why here I am going to create the PPM. See here, you have PDS is there and PPM is also there. PDS is nothing but production data structure. Production PPM is production process model. In PDS we have only display. We can display. We can view only. You should not do any changes in the PDS. That's why for the reason we are going to the PPM. But in the real time, it's directly get it from the API as a PDS. Okay. For the understanding purpose only, here I am going to create PDS, PPM. Choose a plan. Yeah, choose a plan by PPM. Plan number. Give a plan number as a TDFST Chicago. Okay. This PPM is everything is going to happen in the in the plan itself only. I'm giving the name TDFST Chicago. Okay. Finished product. Chicago. UP. Okay. Here, what is finished? Here, product. What is the product here? Finished product. What the product here is finished product. Sorry. Product I'm given as a GD FST underscore UP. Under which plant? Okay. And this is the location. What is the location we have? This is the plant we are doing FST. Okay. What is the plant? Yes. PCH. Test data. PCH. UP. Okay. Create. Okay. Here we have to give the operation as a assembly. Here just I'm giving name as the assemble. Assembly. Okay. Then here I'm going to maintain the things. Okay. Short description. I'm sorry. Okay. So I have to enter the short description. I'm giving it a spawn and routing for FP. Okay. Just double click activity. Activity one. Activity. Just give it a name. I mean, just give any name. Assembly. Okay. Activity type. What is this? Produce. Produce when you had to go. Enter. Double click. Components. What components? What is the products we have? Finished product. This is the finished product. And components. I'm giving here the finished product components. Here I'm giving components. TD. Component 1 and component 2. RMR plots. I just selected the finished product component 1, component 2. This is nothing but a bomb. Okay. What is this one? It's a finished product. It's the output. Finished product is the output production. Components are the inputs. We can maintain similar way also. But it is better to what is this? This already I created. I'm just referring. All everything is on the track or not. for the purpose I'm just referring. Okay. Yeah, consumption. Yeah, here consumption means this here for finished product. This consumption has to be, happen at the end of the activity. Finished product. These components in the at the starting only this consumption has to be performed, because to make a finished product we need this as a start activity. That same thing he had described in the document also. Okay, start from data. You can give from data from when to when it happened. You can give from data from now to, if you want to maintain for 2 years, just give it the 2 years. Start creating and just copying. Okay, copy paste. Okay, unit. What is the unit? PCs. Here you're using PC. The same thing I am using the here same PC. For understanding purpose, I am selecting here. You have otherwise have directly entered it. Next, mode. Maintain material consumption of alternative component. Okay. Sorry. Just make it 2000 quantity. Which means that it's going to generate 2000 quantities by using 2000 component 1, 2000 component 2. Okay. Then next go to the modes. Mode 1. Mode. Primary resource. We already created the resources. Here we are using that resource. Okay. PD assembly use it. This is the resource and this is the location unit PCs. We can maintain fixed duration also, no issues, not an impact. Simply location is more than fixed duration 1. Situation. If you maintain the scrap, you can maintain scrap from the production. Whatever waste product will be, you can maintain a scrap percentage also, or an impact. Okay. Fixed duration, please. Fixed duration. The fixed duration. What do you have to maintain? Break not. If you want to take any break, if you need to take any break, we have to given the break. Break with respect to interruption. We can provide it here information here. PC. There is not possible. Okay. Only units of time allowed. I'm sorry. Hours. It's not happening. Oh, sorry. Now it is. Only. It is okay. One day. Okay, fine. See, for this components, this is the finished product. This is the finished product. Let me explain everything. Yeah, this is the finished product, and this is output consumption. Produced 2000 quantity by using this component 1 component 2000 quantities of each component 1 component 2, and using this resource under this plant work for 1 day. For 1 day, this much quantity is going to produce. Okay, this finished product is going to produce for 1 day using this resource under this plant, generate 2000 quantity by using this 2000 component 2000 component 2. This is about the detail of this setup. You can see here the pie chart also. Here you can see the pictorial view also. Okay, this is about the creation of ppm pds and system save. Activate the ppm. Yes. You cannot use unit of bucket for consumption resources 001. Yeah, some mistakes are there. Okay. Capacity bucket. This is not activated. Some mistake is there. Okay, let me clear this. Okay. I think some mistake in the resource. Let me select some other resource. Let me activate. Cannot use the units for bucket consumption. After 0010. Different bucket consumption resource 001. Okay. Now to capacity consumption. Okay, there's an issue in the resource. We need to correct it. Okay, before going to activate this, first of all, we need to correct the resource data. Let me go and change the resource. Okay. Just open the news. resource. Okay, purchase change. What mistake we did? It is hidden term from the periods one unit. I'm sorry, here I'm making as wrong. That's why it's showing here. Instead of hour, it's better to give the okay. I think now it will come. Hour. Yeah, take it. 8 hours. So data has been saved. Active versions. Active variant. Okay. Now go to the yes. It is the unit for the consumption of resource to resource. Okay. So at least one bucket consumption resource. This is one no bucket capacity consumption for the resource. No bucket capacity maintained for the resource. Okay. Capacity. Okay. Once we created the mode, we created the components and mode here. Once we done with the mode, just double click on this mode. Just give the details. This is the resource and this is the location, units. That means fixed for 1 day. How much had to work? 8. Sorry, I'm sorry. This is the units. How many hours? 8 hours. Just click on, the next click on. Once it is done, click on product and assignment. The product and assignment, just give the product production process name as we are giving it as TD. Just give the and giving the name and description. TD FST Chicago. Okay. UPZ. UP. See, for this using this resource under this location per 1 day description. Sorry, yes, come out from skin. Yes. No. Just should go and enter one more time. Just copy this. Copy this. Click on change. Yeah, this we already created. Go to the mode per 1 day. However, 8. Before going to we need to make one more. Once it is done, then do product and assignment. For this, we have to give a production name description as for for finished product Chicago plant. Lot size give it as 1 to maximum 1 to 1000. Done from our end. Independent. Once everything is done, activate. I'm sorry, I forget this. Just maintain playing location. Then I create now. Come on, running that's one. No valid location. Not for that matter. Okay. Just double click on that and click on this product plan assignment. Under product plan assignment, just give. Let me show. Come back and show you. Clear for you. Okay. Production process model. There is no issue in the resources correctly. What mistake is happen here is I forget to once I created the mode, then I have to give here the details of that resource, detail of that resource for the particular resource. That's I forget. Now I given here it is 8 hours per one day, 8 hours. After that, once I given the work perfect duration, then I have to I have to go to this product plan assignment. Under this product plan assignment, here I am giving my I have to give my production process model name, description, output is automatically came. Then give the planning location. Planning location here the what is the finished, what is the planning location? Here the finished product is the finish. Here we have to give the output product as finished product, planning location as a plant. The same thing I given here. Output product as finished product and planning location as a plant. Once it is done, just activate. No link in PPDS exists for the SNP plan to FH together. Okay, it's okay. Anyhow, there is no PPDS. That's why it's showing this message. It's a warning. It's not an error message. It's a warning. If it's a warning, it will not impact anything. If it's error, we have to check the errors. There is no valid location product for the product TMO, RMO, UP to 2FT, PCH, UP. Okay. Why this error became is we created the components under vendor. For example, not enough. Okay, we created this three part. We didn't created this remaining this three, which means that this components available only in vendor. This product this component one component is available in vendor, and if I create and component one component is not available in the plant. If I have to create then only it will available. That's the same error message showing here. The same error showing here. For this to remove this error, we have to create the product master in the we have to create the product master in the plant also. Okay, before going to activate this, and let me create the product master firstly. Yeah, before going to create this, I'm going to go. I'm going to create the product master data for with respect to that for a component and plant with this. This is component one. Under this plant, I'm going to create you. Okay. SNP, no need for this one. Directly going to for the PPDS. Just give it as procurement. Yeah, this will act as an external procurement in on hospital. External procurement only. Okay. Save it. and send for the once done. Assign to active model now. I'm just giving here the basic data only for time being. It's also external document only. Save. Once it is done, assign to this is completed. Now I'm going to do the changes in my PPM. Click on the operation activities, components mode. The mode I had given this capacity of the resource. I'm going to assign the product plan assignment, and here I given the end products also. Once it is done, just activate. Yeah, now it's not happened. Okay, so save it. Yes. Once it is done, we have to assign this to active model. Not the thing is there. Okay, save it. Yes, fine. Now it is ready to go for the act. Okay, we have to select. I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah, this is done. Yeah, once it is done, it's better to run the consistency check. Yeah, no issues. Yeah, we are good from our end. And finally, the pending is the transportation and master data. Yeah, we covered location master, product master, also master, PPM, PDS master. Now the pending thing is the transportation and master data. For transportation lane, I already discussed the transportation lanes is mainly act as an interface between the source and destination. Let you come to the configuration part for the master transportation lanes. Just go to the master data. Here we have okay transportation lane as transportation. Just click on this, select this one. Otherwise, use a transaction T code as a slash SAP API slash SCC underscore TL1. Click on that. Okay. Before going to that, let me give some more example. Here to where and to for what I am going to create in a transportation line for plant DC1, for component 1 plant, second transportation line component and plant. Third, three T lines have get. One is for plant DC, one is for between plant and DC, one is for one components and for the plant. Dividing to the other for component and plant between component plants, which means that from DC to plant, another from the vendor to sorry, it's not required. It's better to put vendor to plant. Okay. First of all, now I'm going to create for the plant to DC. Here, model give the model standard model 000. We have anyhow we are using triple model. Start location. Start location is uh, Chicago plant. TDPCH user Chicago plant. Destination is the DC center. Create. Okay. Here I am giving the product specific transportation line. Just click on the create. Here what I am going to transfer finished product. Just take the finished product. This is my finished product. Okay. Well, give the validity from when to when I have to transfer. From now to for next 2 years I have to be. I'm giving here 1 year only. 2021. Okay. Lot size. If you want to give the lot size, you can give it as a. If I'm giving it as 1 2,000. Production cost priority. This will give it will taken care by the costing team. Here the main thing is standard consignment. Okay. Product group. Okay. If you would like to go for the group selection, then we have to give the product group selection. If you want to go for group selection, product type, just select the no. If you want to go for the all products regarding this, you can go like you can select like this. Just yeah, all products. Whereas if you want to do the changes, just click on that. No. Uh, okay. Yeah, means of transport. Yeah, the means of transport we can select it as a means of transport. What which means of transport you have truck. Okay, fix the transport duration. You can select the transportation head. It is mandated to select the transportation calendar. Transportation calendar will given by the will confirm by the user. Just we need to show which calendar it is. Just I'm using this GAP account, and this TLV profile is also is mandatory. TLV profile is already created. So I'm simply using previous one. Okay, like this is where you can transport duration distance for specific. Okay. Not transport. Sorry. I do it. Okay. Transport duration. Okay. Fine. Transportation duration. 10 hours. 100 kilometers. Created. Here I selected as all products, but it is better to. I would like to transport for only my finished product. For by mistake, I selected it. I had to put it as my finished product. I selected the as a all products, which means that in that plant, whatever the products are, there is all that all products are going to move to this destination location. Uh, it's get freezed out. It's get freezed out. That's why. Once this thing not happen, okay, let me wait one more time. Shit, my laptop. No, let me create freshly, then you understand. Okay, just give the finished product. Here I am giving to move the finished product. Okay, not size from 1 to. Now, if you have any, if you'd like to move all products in that plant, we can select as all products. Make you can move it with the group selection. Select the group selection. Yes, I'm giving here. I would like to transfer only this finished product only. That's why I'm provided this finished product only here. Remaining origins. These are all not that much necessary. This is enough for this thing. Once we fix the product, the next step is we need to maintain the transport mode of transport, means of transport, truck from end to end, from this date to this date. Fixed transportation. What is the transportation calendar we have to use? Transportation calendar is mandatory. Mandatory means it's important. With this transportation calendar only, the transportation is going to be happen. Here I am selecting the transportation calendar as the one. You can maintain the distance so that we have to maintain the distance, transportation duration, everything we have to maintain here. And TLB profile is the mandatory. TLB profile is also the transportation date profile. This is a mandatory. Once done, just proceed. Yeah, now transportation duration distance for specified. Create a profile. Yes, no issues. Is created. Let's similarly we created a transportation line between a plant and a distribution center, and now we are going to create the transportation relation between a vendor and plant. Vendor VPO. This is the vendor, social reference vendor. From vendor to plant, what is going to do? From vendor to plant is going to transfer the components. Create. From vendor to plant, what is going to transfer? Components. 3D component one name is S. It is better to select this. SHARM. Okay. SHUP. Okay. This is a component one. I'm going to transfer from my vendor to the plant, vendor to the production plant. Okay. Log indicator available. If I click on the log now, then it will not move. You should have to put the available only. Okay. Proceed. Lot size. I forget to give the lot size. Okay. Modes of transport. Samely. Truck. Give the transportation calendar. And make you the transport TLP profile. Proceed. Okay. Similarly, I'm going to one more. For component one, I made a transportation, and for similarly for component 2 also I'm going to transfer. In this transportation line itself only I'm going to transfer this another component also. The same means of transport. Like this is the way you are going to make the transportation lines. And normally, whatever this transportation lines get it from the ECC system through SIF. Now, what we created, location date. Till now, what we created, location master data, product master, resource master data, PPM, PDS master, transportation master, these all are come from the ECC system through SIF in the real time. You are not going to create any master data in APO in the real time. Okay, and one more point I forget to tell. This transportation in ECC, we can name it as a purchase info records. Okay, in ECC, the transportation lanes name it as a purchase info records. Okay, but once the purchase info records, if you want to get the transportation line to APO from ECC, we have to select the purchase info records in the ECC at the time of a SIF. Okay, this is whatever I created. These are all about the master data, and this is only for the what we created here. The master data is only for the understanding purpose and how it's going to work. If any issues came in the master data, then it is easy to understand that these changes we had to make. These changes we had to make like that. Now, at the time of PPM PDS, we faced some issue. It's not going to activate until and unless I created a product master data. Previously, I didn't create the product master data for time being, but for that not creation of the product location master here in the PPM here in the PPM PDSC, it's not going to activate. Once I created the product location master data, then it's going to then after that it get activated. Like that we can examine the issues. We can with the help of doing the master data manually. This is from my end for today. And in the coming session, I am going to cover about the SNP life cycle planning. We discussed about the SNP life cycle plan theoretically. And in the coming classes, I am going to discuss about the SNP life cycle planning. SNP life cycle planning is nothing but the combination of the planning, deployment, and TLB. These all are I am going to cover in the next session. This is from my end for today. Thank you.